Hey, yo. What's up, guys? What's up? Happy Manic Monday, everybody. Hope you're all having a nice beginning to your short holiday week. If you're here in the United States, it's a short week. We are doing a Monday through Wednesday because Thursday is an American holiday we like to call Thanksgiving. At least in the South, that's what we call it. Hey, Chadsky. And I don't know. I hope everybody's having a nice Monday so far. I'm a little tired. It's been kind of like the last week and a half. No, like the last 2 weeks. I've just been kind of like just low key groggy all the time, and I'm not really sure why. Jane Thang, Jane Thing, Jane Thing, Jane Thang. What's up, girl? And so yeah, that's just kind of been my experience lately. But had a fun weekend. My Gators. If you guys watch college football, then let's just say the Gators started out this season being a team that was very hard to watch. And the last like month, they're a team that is very hard not to root for. I mean, they are scrappy. They are a scrappy team, and they have won 2 games against top 20 teams the last 2 weeks in a row. And so now they're bowl eligible, and it's been really fun to watch them turn it around. They've got an awesome freshman quarterback named DJ Lagway. Remember that name, DJ Lagway. He's the next Tim Tebow. I'm not kidding. All right, so what we're going to do is I've got the list is open. If you want to get on the list, get a mini reading, you can do a $20 love offering to the Cash App or $25 or PayPal. It's $20 for one, 25 for 2 questions. Chad's up with a question. I'm going to do kind of a general for Chad. So Chad's on the list, and then I have Malia on the list for 2 questions. And that's it. So if you want to get on the list behind Malia, you are most welcome to do so. And let's get this thing popping. All right, Chad, you ready? What are you doing, Lewis? My dog is tripping. Seriously. All right. You ready, Chad? Chad Hopkins. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors. Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lechachia, Guardian Angel, Lechachia. Chad is ready. Okay. General messages for Chad at this time. What do you most need to know at this time? Boom. I'm using the Millennium Thoth deck because I like it a lot. Yeah, I was going to come on last night, but I was just too tired. I just had no energy for it. So, Chad, General. Okay. Foundation, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups. That's Miss Purple Heart right there. That's your Purple Heart right there. So Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Foundation. I mean, the things that we were talking about earlier, Chad, where you're at, it's really not a reflection of anyone else but you and the person that you're most connected to. That's why you're having the experiences you're having. That's why maybe your attention level, your tolerance level for anyone else is just not really that high because this is where it's at. You know, the Two of Cups is right behind it too. Queen of Pentacles. So there's a real focus on stability. There's some crazy energy around this person too. She's experiencing a great deal of stress, trauma reoccurring trauma. There's a Four of Pentacles here. But it's a good thing. You know, I like the Four of Pentacles in this deck because to me, in this deck, the Four of Pentacles does suggest a certain degree of yes, it is things that are still being held onto, and it can be past energy. But here we've got it's forming cornerstones, right? It's forming cornerstones in an important place, a building, right? So the experience, what it's about is to remind you of in this experience for you specifically. The experiences of the past are prologue. Like they are very much working toward your future. They are very, very much important to the now and the future, right? And it's all kind of one big experience. and it's all helping get you guys both to that future. You do have the Nine of Swords here in your not your foundation, but like this is the secondary foundation. It's like what's currently in what you're currently experiencing. And the Nine of Swords is a lot of mental energy, and it's tough. It looks like, you know, it's almost like you would have an easier time sleeping during the day than at night right now, just because this energy is like it's going to attack you at night, where it's going to get to your thoughts and want to like you know, you and I have talked a lot about this recently, and you said to me quite a bit, there's something going on. I can feel there's something going on there. There's something going on there. And that's what this sort of represents. You're getting that feeling all the time. You're getting attacked with this energy of like something's trying to happen here. Try not to let that worry you too much. And it's not that it doesn't matter. It does matter. But the reason I say try not to let it worry you is because, number one, you can't do anything about it. Number two, it's all happening for a higher purpose anyway, right? Try to do some guided meditations and just clear your energy. You also have the Five of Swords too, which is a little bit of the ego getting in the way sometimes. Make sure that whatever is coming towards you right now, that you don't push it away. Don't push it away just on foundation. Like give everything a chance. You know, give everything the chance to show itself, to show whether it's good or bad, whether it bears good fruit or not, right, in life. You also have this page Prince of Wands, which is like a Page of Wands energy. This for you is, you're starting something new here, and it does have the potential to carry you to this next place. Don't cut anything out completely. If something comes into your life and it doesn't feel right, you know, put it in check, but there's a lot coming in for you right now that is trying to carry you to this new experience, this new chapter. So be open to that, even if it's not what you expected it to be. Eight of Pentacles outcome for this reading. Eight of Pentacles, that's good. And in this deck, it's always the same thing. It is putting work in. It's incremental growth, right? Hey, all natural Rebecca, welcome. So it's growth, right? It's progress, which is good. But it's also, when it comes out in this deck, it's about literally a climb. Something, it's like, it looks and feels like ascension, right? Which is really special. And there's also an intertwined energy. Hey, Zainab. So guys, the list is open. If you want to get on the list, go do it. I'm not going to be on too long tonight, but it's open now. I have Malia on here next after chat. I don't know if Malia's here yet, but she's on the list next. And then whoever else wants to get on, go get on. All right, so with this though, Chad, I really like the way this feels because it's progress, it's incremental growth, but it is an energy of something being entwined. Okay, Z, so I'll do you if, I don't know if is Malia here? Then I'll do Z next if Malia's not here. So that's what we got, what we got. Okay, and then Rebecca too. Thank you, Rebecca. So this is good, Chadsky. This is good stuff. Keep the faith. Keep doing the work. I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle card for you, Chadzilla. All right, so I have Malia, Zainab, Rebecca. Malia, Zainab, Rebecca. And it looks like Malia's not here yet, so we'll do Z. Go ahead and put your question up. Z, did you do one question or two? Here you go, Chad. Skunk Spirit. This is a great card. This is such a good card. Know your worth. And not only know your worth, know who you are, okay? Know who you are. So with the Skunk Spirit, it's card number 54, card number 9. Really cool energy. This is about not only knowing who you are, knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing your tribe, and knowing what makes you different, what makes you unique, is what also makes you special, more empowered. Your different is your superpower, right? Your one-off, the thing that makes you a one-off and an anomaly, is also able to be your superpower if you let it, right? And the person who, like, in soulmate connections, the person who's your person, they're going to be a skunk too. A stinky skunk just like you, bro. All right. Z. Z. Just use deodorant, please. Yes, exactly, Z. All right. General messages. General messages from Spirit. Let's see what comes through. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. If you're not in the United States, happy almost end of November. And if you're in the United States, and happy Thanksgiving and happy rivalry week too for college football. It's the last week of the regular season when all the bitter rivals play each other this coming Saturday. We got Notre Dame US versus USC. We got Florida versus Florida State, Auburn versus Alabama, Georgia versus Georgia Tech, Clemson versus South Carolina, Ohio State versus Michigan, North Carolina versus North Carolina State, and many more. All right. General messages for Z. Zainab's general messages. All right, thank you. Okay, you've got the star in your foundation. Oh my God. Star. What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay. You're going through a little bit of a period of, this feels like an incubation period. And here's why I feel that. Because foundationally, you have the star, and right behind that, the chariot. So there's a transformation and then a huge forward movement. And then in your reading here, you've got the Six of Swords was the main card that comes out, which is, that's about literal movement, spatial movement, moving from one place to another. Situational movement, from one situation to another. But you have the Seven of Swords, which means you're very blocked right now. You don't want to let anything in. You're not, very introverted is one other way of putting it. This Seven of Swords is like, it's like, don't even try me. Well, and that's true. And you also have the Hermit crowning that, Major Arcana, and the Hermit goes in his cave. But what's going to happen is, once you deal with whatever this feeling is that's got you feeling, because you got the Five of Cups, that's a feeling sad, like you've lost something or you're grieving something. I don't know why you're feeling that, but once you release whatever this feeling is, feel it, release it, you'll realize you're not losing anything. You haven't lost anything, because then the outcome of that is, after you release that, you've got this Eight of Wands, which is this fast zapping, like Big Bang forward movement, communication, changing, things changing, and then this Prince of Wands coming in, right? Really powerfully coming in, on fire, strong, very sexy, really good energy. So there's a big shift here this week for you. And it's a big transition, transformational energy. But to get to this, whatever this is, you're going to have to go through your little time in the cave of introverted feeling and deal with whatever you're so like introverted about and feeling like you've lost, because you haven't lost anything. It's all up here. You've only lost between the ears. You've only lost something between your ears. It's all in your head, honey. It's in the reality of the situation. Once you realize you haven't lost, you'll see it that you haven't lost. And it's all right here. Hey, Ray. Hey, Tundi. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, let's see what the... LOL is right, Z, because I know what I'm talking about right now. I can feel what I'm talking about. Let's see what the Animal Spirit Oracle card is for you. Get out of here. What are you working on, Tundi? This is an Animal Spirit Oracle for Zainab. Z. Malia, are you here yet? Malia was on the list from earlier, so I want to make sure I catch her when she gets in here. Ooh. You got morning in Romania. You're working on a cake in Romania. Very nice. Look at this. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibilities. That 5 represents change. It represents what's possible. It represents creation, artistic energy, love, recuperation, relaxation. And then you've got a 5-9 here. That's, again, a 5, which is, again, change. So the word of this whole thing for you is change, but it's good change. The change is more about, again, between the ears change. It's about self-realization. Nothing really is going to change in your inner, in the reality, because the reality is already setting itself up for what's supposed to happen. The change has just got to occur between the ears, and you'll be just fine. Use your mind wisely. Use your mind wisely, and don't overuse your mind. Okay. Good luck, honey. Love you. All right. I guess Malia may not be here yet, so we're gonna move next to Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Hey, Chad, are you still here? I don't know if Chad's still here. Maybe I want to ask him to tell you something. Well, I can tell you. I just thought it'd be more funny if he told you. But yeah, stay out of these. Avoid the energy between the ears when it's pressing. Rebecca says one of her best friends passed away in a wreck when we were in 9th grade. Oh, I've been thinking of her lately. Does she have any messages for me? Ooh, interesting. I get the feeling that she lives vicariously through your love life a little bit. Chad, share with Zainab our philosophy about when we don't need to know something. What do we do when we don't need to know? Okay. Like getting out of our head type of energy. Okay, hold on. I'm going to have to come back to this because now I'm stuck in this reading. So, Rebecca, I do feel like I don't feel like a mediumship moment coming on necessarily, but I do, looking at these cards, feel a message that's pretty strong. I feel like this friend of yours her energy probably lives a little vicariously through, because 9th grade, that's like 13, 14, 15 age. I think she missed out on, at least in this lifetime, on a chance to have, a really, like, to fall in love and do a lot of, smooching and stuff. And so it feels like she's really interested in that aspect of your life, because you've got Empress in the foundation, and then 2 of Cups, the Sun, and then the Ace of Cups coming in as a sort of a crowning card. So it's like, this energy coming from source, it's like her energy guides it right in for you, because she's wanting there to be an opportunity for new love, and that sort of like that childlike excitement that comes with love, no matter how old you are. And didn't seem like it was, well, I would think not at that age. Wow. But you also have the 9 of Swords here, which is interesting, because that is a lot of overthinking, and it can be like at night energy coming in that keeps you from sleep. I wonder if it's more that she's coming in, that if you are keeping a dream journal, that you'll be experiencing her coming in during your dreams, especially when the moon is in Virgo, right? Do you know what her sign was, just out of curiosity? Like what her sun, moon, rising, Venus? Well, you probably don't know that. Do you know what her sun was, her birthday? I feel like there's a lot of potential messages for you in your sleep. Gosh, guys, speaking of sleep, I've been having the wildest night terrors. I've always, from the time I was a young adult, had night terrors where like I wake up screaming sometimes. And it's basically a nightmare, but it's usually really short, and it just like you wake up screaming. There's not a lot of detail to it usually. Hey, Malia, welcome. You're next up, Malia. And so Saturday night I stayed at Brendan's, and I literally woke up because I was having a dream that he or someone in his place on the bed in my dream was smothering me with a pillow. And so I was like, and I like woke up trying to throw the pillow off that wasn't there, of course. And then, so that woke him up, and he was trying to comfort me, like being nice, and he was like rubbing my chest. Well, I fell right back asleep. Only the next time as I fell asleep, because I had a hand on my chest, I went right back into the same dream. And so instead of suffocating me with a pillow, the person was pressing down on my chest, and I couldn't breathe. And so I woke up again like 5 minutes later, and I was like, get off me. He was like, I felt like I was almost abusing the poor guy. It was really weird. And then last night I was here at home, and I dreamed, it's a night terror again. It wasn't the same kind. I wasn't being killed, but I was in college, and I was taking a final exam that I had not prepared for. And then the professor was like taking up all the exams, and I had like 4 pages I hadn't completed, and it freaked me out, and she wouldn't let me have any more time. And so I started screaming at the professor, and that woke me up. But it felt like the same type of night terror as when you're being suffocated. For me, not prepared for an exam, being suffocated feels the same in a dream. Very stressful, very bad, very uncomfortable, very like I have to yell and fight. So it was very weird. But yeah, I've had 3 night terrors in a row. I don't know what's going on. All right, back to your reading. Sorry, Rebecca. She was on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces, Sag moon. Okay. Technically a Pisces sun. Well, you know, that's interesting because Virgo moon, Pisces sun, they're literal opposites, and they're opposite signs, and they're literal opposites. Pisces sun, Virgo moon. So that's interesting that you have that relationship. I think this person definitely comes through a lot for you and probably has more messages than I could even bring. But I mean, at that age, we're really close to people at that age, you know, to our friends. And so I think that what I'm getting is the message is pretty clear. You know, that Empress card, the Tower is behind here. So this is a past message. She definitely has been always tried to be helpful and reminding you that things that seem to be horrible or going very wrong in the past, whether in love or just situational, that it was supposed to happen to lead you to where you're going, where you are, but even more where you're going, where you're headed, and you're headed in really great places. And yeah, that she's just really trying to help you bring into that next soulmate energy and some real happiness. She's ushering in the Ace of Cups with the divine energy, but probably that there's some mental energy, which is communication at night and in your dreams from her. Her energy, even though she did, you know, obviously was way too young to go. I mean, that's just too young. I think twice that age is too young, but her energy feels pretty cool and at peace at this point. So it's obviously been a while, you know. She's done a lot of probably reviewing while over there or wherever, and she may be preparing to come back in another form, you know. All right, let's do I'm going to do because I'm going to do a, one of these Work Your Light oracles, and then you can ask your second question. So yeah, not sure what all these night terrors are about, but don't like being suffocated in my sleep. You're already doing it. Somebody just got this yesterday that I did a reading for. You're already doing it. This card is liking coming out. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. You're doing it. You are doing it, warrior woman in the foundation. Yep. Warrior woman. Okay. Rebecca, what's your question number 2? Oh, man, I don't have a vape. Guys, the list is open if you want to get on the list. It's $20 for one question, $25 if you want to ask 2 questions. Go get on the list. I have one more question for Rebecca, and then I think Malia, you got 2. So Malia has 2, and then that's it. Nobody else on the list. Interesting, thank you. Aw, that's cool. Okay, let's look into the dang Leo. What's up with the Leo, dude? This is the Radiant Rider-Waite Pocket Pack. Okay. Foundation. See, this is making sense again. I mean, you know, look. So you've got 3 major arcana. Your foundation is the Empress. Like, this person does see your value and your worth, but this person's like not fully on board. I mean, obviously, you haven't even had a date yet, so right? They're not sure what they want. They're not fully on board. They're definitely there's a lot of potential here. There's all this like potential, but it's unrealized potential, right? And then this Tower moment came in, and it was a major arcana, so maybe it was meant to happen that this thing was supposed to not like have a major block or stop point before it actually got off the ground, right? Could be. Hello, Jessica. Welcome. Could be that way, right? It could have just not gotten off the ground for a purpose, right? Because a major arcana tower is a purposed stop. Seven of Wands. So this person's, for some reason, has this resistant energy toward this thing moving forward or taking off or going anywhere right now. Why? I don't know, but it's definitely some kind of resistance, right? And if you look at, so what I want you to look at in this Seven of Wands that's kind of sending like a lot of messages to me right now is not the wands, not the defensiveness, but the fact, look at where this person is standing. They're not very balanced, right? Like they're trying to stay on ground and there's water in between. Like they're kind of like straddling the water, trying to keep balance. This person's not in the greatest place themselves to be open to someone, are they? If you really look at their energy, it doesn't just look like they're being defensive, like they're taking a defensive posture. It looks like even if that person put down that wand, they aren't in a position to be welcoming someone into their life so quickly anyway. Like they look very uncomfortable and off balance. I think that's the root of the issue. What you're seeing is resistance. You're seeing behavior that doesn't make you feel good and it makes you feel disrespected. But what the root of the problem is has nothing to do with you. This person is not feeling good about themselves right now. Like they're very uneasy. They're off balance. And yeah, they're like abundant in a sense. I mean, he's cloaked in this green outfit. Like he's abundant. He's like making money and making moves. But is he really comfortable with who he is or where he is or what he wants? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's at the beginning stage. I mean, all those wands have a little bit of green growing in on him. I think he's at the beginning stages of some big spiritual journey. You were meant to come in, and maybe the friendship period of this is meant to stretch out a little longer than expected before something more happens. Because he definitely feels and sees you in a really great light. Like, he sees you so beautifully, right? And then you've got this Temperance card here, right? So the Tower, it happened Friday. Boom. Oh, and guys, tell Rebecca happy birthday. Rebecca just celebrated a birthday this past weekend, guys. And then, so yeah, you've got the Resistance, the Seven of Wands, right? Yeah. Temperance. We're trying to balance all of this out, right? Balancing things out because there's not a balance here. And part of that balance is from, but look at the outcome card, Rebecca. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. So all those wands that are being used to resist are soon going to be aimed at you, communicating and trying to make something big happen. So there's a shift to this that is on the horizon. It's really good. HBDs. All right, let's look at the Animal Spirit Oracle attached to this Mr. Leo. All right, Malia. Malia, go ahead and put your question up. Your numero uno, pregunta uno. Ooh, where did that? Rabbit Spirit. So confirmation, and also more than confirmation, encouragement, because this is a lucky time. That rabbit energy is lucky. So even though you're not feeling good about how things went, it's actually happening the way it's supposed to, and it's a lucky time for you. There's a 90, that's a 4. 49 is a 4. So that's a time of healing, growth, right? Rest, sitting back, letting things grow and complete. And then foundational, you've got the Chameleon Spirit. Act as if. Fake it till you make it, act as if. What do you want to happen? Make it happen. It's a 14. That's a 5. So change is in the air. I am telling you, change is right here in the air. Thank you, Malia. Thank you, Rebecca. Malia, what's your question, sweetheart? Thank you, too. Thank you, Becca. Yes, happy birthday to Rebecca. She had a birthday weekend. It looked like she sent me some pics. It looks like she had a fun time with her friends celebrating. Rebecca has a lot of very young, very handsome friends. I was like, damn, Rebecca, all your friends look so young. I guess when you get, like, it's because I'm old. Like, everyone just looks young to me. When the NFL coaches are starting to all look young, you know you're getting old. First question. Ran into a former coworker the other week that I had a falling out with, wondering if there is anything I should be aware of there. Okay. Okay. I know, Rebecca. Hey, but you know what? We've earned every wrinkle. Not that I'm too good to get some Botox. Whatever works. All right. You've got the Temperance card foundational to this. So what that's sort of signaling to me is that regardless of what's going on there, Malia, it's, you know, there's a balancing taking place, and probably some space was needed, and that's good. That doesn't explain why you ran into that person this weekend, but it does sort of confirm that probably good that there wasn't a lot of communication, and it's okay. You have the High Priestess card here coming out for you right off the bat, and in this, you'll note that in this deck, my Deviant Moon Tarot, the High Priestess has her arms crossed. So I feel like the message they're saying to you is intuitively trust. If your instincts are sort of telling you to stay back and keep this person away, you should probably listen to that. That's a really strong message. I've never even noticed. This is one of those moments like I've never noticed that the High Priestess in this deck has her arms crossed like that until this moment. So I know that's a message for you, and it's about protecting yourself, right? Sort of keeping your little bubble safe, right? And so I don't know that that person's dangerous necessarily, but I think that maybe their intentions aren't so good, right? Yeah, and I think that was probably the right decision. There may be a chance coming up for something more because you have the Hermit card here. The Hermit card, it's about going within, taking time, but also this is a very protective energy too. If you look at this, the Hermit's very protective here. He's kind of like hiding his eyes a little bit. So it's about taking some time. Now you do after the Hermit energy, and that's 3 major arcanas of the three cards we've looked at. So this is big spiritual stuff. But then you've got the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is about a choice, a decision coming up. And then the Judgment card. So something coming back around, coming back to life, coming back for judgment, coming back for review. Okay. So there is more to come in this situation, probably. I don't know how you're going to interact with each other or how your paths are going to cross, but it looks like they're going to. It may not be, and it may not be tomorrow or next week. It may be down the road, because this feels like kind of stretched out to me. It doesn't feel like you're going to see them again next week. You're going to see them again, though. Your paths are going to cross, and they want you to be prepared for when that does. That's why you're being guided with the Hermit energy. You did the right thing not making eye contact, not speaking to this person this time, but I think you're going to have to deal with something that happened before in the future, and they're going to prepare you for that. But you're pretty, I feel you're so connected, and you're going to be good with dealing with this. Well, professionally, we have overlap still. Okay. Yeah, and I think you're actually going to have more than just overlap. I think there's going to be a moment where you have to actually either interact or communicate or something, but it feels good. I mean, it feels like, you wouldn't go through this Hermit energy and then have to go through like a 2 of Pentacles where you're balancing things out and figuring out a way. I think there's probably going to be some communication here in the Judgment card or leading up to it, and it's going to lead to a good outcome, because I don't feel a lot of dark or negative energy from this person, but I feel like the time wasn't right for anything more than just the reminder that that issue isn't totally gone yet. That's what I feel about that. Let's look at hold on, let me pull let me see. Oh, I know what I'm gonna pull. Hold on. I'm gonna pull a Lightworker Oracle card for this. Not a Work Your Light Oracle that I always pull, a white Lightworker Oracle card, and see if there's a message for you about it. And you can put up your next question while I'm doing that if you want to. Here we go. The Second Ray of Wisdom card is coming out. Yeah. This is definitely an experience that's going to be about, this is a relationship issue, right? We have relationships with coworkers. This is a relationship issue, and you're going to be getting a real growth in wisdom, and It's also professional growth for you down the road. When you come back around to this, it's going to be an opportunity. So it's a good thing. I mean, but yeah, just give that some time to process. That High Priestess card suggests that you're going to know what to do when it's time to do it. And I think it's not like they don't want to do any harm to you, but it definitely was not the time to deal with them yet. You know. Okay. What is question number 2, Miss Malia? Jessica, I've already closed the list for tonight, but I'll be back on tomorrow night if you can come in and again on, well, I'm sorry, Wednesday night for Hump Day. I'll be back on Wednesday night. I'm about to get off right now after I do this second question for her, but if you can come in on Wednesday night, I will be more than happy to get you in. Second question, general guidance, please. Okay, let's finish up with the general guidance. They're flying. Malia, you have the Wheel of Fortune in your foundation. So you're definitely okay, no problem, miss you. You too, good to see you. Yeah, come in on Wednesday and we'll get you hooked up. So you definitely have some big changes coming, some big shifts, some big closeouts of chapters, opening up of new chapters, etc., etc. I felt my vibration rise lately, and I haven't felt this way in a while, so I want to sustain this. King of Chalices. I like this Wheel of Fortune. This Wheel of Fortune feels very light. You know, it doesn't feel like a heavy wheel. It feels like a light wheel. So a lot of new energy. And I like that you said your vibration's been rising because this feels like a vibration rise that comes with it. So that's good. You have the Three of Wands also as the first card that came out. So that suggests, you know, waiting for your ships to come in. You've manifested something and you're waiting on it to come in. That's a good sign. Hey, beautiful. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Sandra, welcome in. I'm about to wrap up tonight, but if you come back on Hump Day, on Wednesday night, I will be live and you can come in and get a reading with us. You've got 2 aces too, Malia, with this new chapter. Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. So there's lots of new energy. The universe is sending you all this new energy, and I like that. That's really good. Both feel very much like, I mean, they are gifts. They're always gifts, but they feel like rewards too. And then you have as your outcome card, the Empress. This is a connection to, you know, that part of yourself that manifests very patiently, very intuitively. You know, it's that feminine energy that's just sort of nurturing. And she is a manifestor, but she can do it from a passive place. She doesn't have to jump in and, you know, chase after things like the sort of the Emperor might have to, or the Magician. So this is a beautiful card of manifestation. I love that swan with the 2 naked children because what it represents to me is innocence, beauty, and growth, maturing. So maturing while also renewing innocence and beauty. There's a really beautiful message in this. And I don't know what this means for you specifically. But again, what's crowning it is the King of Chalices. So there's an Empress here and there's a King of Chalices coming in. Not an Emperor, so it's not that perfect matchup yet. But there is a King of Chalices crowning this. And it's a beautiful energy. This is it's the Rider-Waite. It's a knockoff of the Rider-Waite. This is called the New Vision or something because it's like you're looking at everything from the Rider-Waite deck, but from a different point of view. That's why, like, we're looking at the back of the Empress. We're looking at the back of the... So you're just looking at everything from a different side, from a different angle, right? So that's why, like, in the Ace of Cups here, you'll notice the same thing we just saw behind the Empress. We've got these 2 children playing, or I don't know if those are children actually. Yeah, they're adolescents maybe, but there's these 2 nude children playing in the water. So there's a lot of energy of soulmates, but it's almost like it's moving backwards to move forward. Really interesting, and all of this feels good. And I love that we've got the Ace of Cups and then the Ace of Wands together. A lot of yeah, I'm not gonna say the last part. I'll text it to you later. But there's a lot of interesting energy in all these cards. Some of them are not even appropriate to say on a public forum, but It looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's pull an Animal Spirit Oracle for you. Yes. Yes, Sandra, come back on Wednesday, Hump Day. Hump Day live at 10, 10:30, somewhere in there, but it won't be past 10:30. I usually try to get on by 10:30. If I'm going to make it, I do it by then. Did anyone go see Wicked yet? Now that it's out in theaters? I heard this was like the busiest movie-going weekend of the year this past weekend because of Wicked and Gladiator 2 and Moana 2. Those three movies have caused the theaters to be like on full blast this past weekend. Yeah. Oh, I can't. I love Moana, so I want to see that. I think we're gonna go. I told Brendan I want to go see Wicked though, because we both like that play. So we'll probably go see that movie. Okay, Malia, you got the Brown Bear Spirit. This is about rest, recuperation, even hibernation. It says take time out. So don't overwhelm yourself with the holidays and stuff. Let yourself get a break. This is important to give yourself some rest and a break, okay? Take time out. Yeah, go to the movies. In your foundation, you have the Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. Being sly again, and not 2 9s. You've got 2 9s, so you're definitely at this Wheel of Fortune energy where things are all shifting. It's like an ending and then a new beginning. So you're right there at it. You're at the 9, which is the final shot. So that's good. Oh, good. I love that. Take you some time off. Okay, guys, it is 11:11 here. Literally, it is 11:11, literally on the dot right now. So I'm going to call it a night. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for those of you who got readings. Thank you for those of you who wanted to get readings. And I will see you all again Wednesday. And I'm going to stay on a lot longer Wednesday. I just had to do a short one tonight. But all right, guys, happy Thanksgiving week. Love you guys. I will be coming at you live on Wednesday night probably from Brendan's house, but I'll be here.